For introduction, if we want to learn the logical connectives, we have to first learn about the proposition. After that, we can understand the logical connectives. The meaning of logical connective is a word usually written as a symbol that carries a particular instruction of logic on how to operate statement or compound statement. It is structure that explain how to identify statements and introduce some of the basic way that statement may be related to one another. Moreover, a set of statement proposition which contain premises is called a conclusion, and the other statements are called premises. Okay, we move on to meaning of statement. Okay, what is a statement? A statement or a proposition was declared as sentence that is either true or false, but not both. A statement is true if what it asserts is the case, and it's false if what it asserts is not the case. This is usually denoted by an uppercase letter or variable. The common ones are P, Q, R, and S. The variables that represent the statement are called prepositional variables. Okay, then we move on to the statements. There are two examples. For the first example, P, Selangor is that of England. So this is false. For Q, cat is mammal animal. It is true. For R, 5 plus 2 equal to 10 is false. S, 3 is an odd number, it's true. Okay, for the example 2, how about you is not a statement. Humans have two genders is a statement. Seoul is a capital of Korea is a statement, and let's purchase this cup is not a statement.
My name is Aisha Soleha. I will continue with the logical connective. The meaning of logical connective is a word usually writing as a symbol that the carry particular instruction of the logic on how to operate statement on compound statement. Logical operator can also be the used to join or the combine two or more statements so form a new statement. I will continue with the logic connective. There are the logic connective. The first is and. The type of statement is conjunction. The second connective is or. The type of statement is called the disjunction. The third connective is the not. The type of statement of not is the negation. The fourth connective is if then. The type of statement of if then is the implication. And the last connective is the if and only if. The type of statement is the bioconditional. Then I will explain about the meaning and the definition every connective. The first connective is the conjunction. There is a and. P and Q is true if the statement P and Q are both is true. Otherwise, the statement P and Q is false. Then, the second connective is the disjunction. There is or. P or Q is also true if the both P and Q and either P or Q is true. Therefore, it is only false if both P and Q are false. The third connective is the negation. There is not. Negation is the value of the negate statement is exactly opposite of the truth table of the original statement. The fourth connective is the implication. The proposition if P then Q is also false if the P is true and Q is false. Otherwise, the other statement P implication is true. The last connective is the bioconditional. Bioconditional is the logical connective which is the true when P and Q are same, either both are false or both are true. The meaning of the argument is an argument is a set of the two or more sentences or belief. One of the sentences or belief is the conclusion. The rest are the premise. If the implication of the statement is not as the true, then the premise is made. The conclusion is also true as the result. The implication is also known as the conditional statement. For the concept, the statement if then can use to describe an implication or conditional statement. It is also can be used the symbol single error to praise the statement. There are two statements P and Q. In this instance, the praise if P then Q might also be right as the P implication in the this implication. In this implication, the statement P is the hypothesis and Q is the conclusion. The concepts are also show the describe to logical argument, and argument is the a set of the two or more sentences or belief. One of the sentences or belief is conclusion and the rest are the premise.
On to application for the examples. There are two friends and are talking about a holiday during school holiday last year. This is conversation between Amy and I will follow the Amy role. Okay, hi Daniel, where did you go on your last holiday?
I went to Japan. I visited Tokyo, the capital of Japan. So, where did you go during last school holiday?
Wow, that's great. I went to Australia and I visited Melbourne during last holiday. What did you do there?
I was try some Japanese food in Tokyo. I love eat sushi in there. That was very delicious. But I don't like to eat onigiri because it's a bit salty. What were you doing in Australia, Amy?
I was going to Melbourne Centre. There was famous shopping centre in Australia. I was purchased sports shoes. The sports shoes are Alice May's brand, the famous brand in Australia.
Wow, that must be expensive. I hope you enjoy last holiday.
Okay, for the question, we present that a four statement that is A, B, C, and D. For A is Daniel went to Japan. So B did Daniel love eat sushi. For C, Amy went to Australia. For D, Amy was purchased sports shoes. Construct using the preposition symbol or represent the following statement. Okay, for the solution, Daniel went to Japan and Amy went to Australia. The preposition symbol is A and C. Or if Amy went to Australia, then Amy was purchased sports shoes. The preposition symbol is C implies D. Or if Daniel went to Japan and Amy did not went to Australia, then Amy was not purchased sports shoes. And the preposition symbols is A and not C, implies by not D. Or if Daniel do not love eat sushi or Amy was not purchased sports shoes, then Daniel did not went to Japan and Amy did not went to Australia. So not B or not D implies by not A and not C.
For the second question, write the converse, inverse, and contrapositive of the statement below. If Daniel do not like to eat onigiri, then Amy was purchased sports shoes. For the solution for the second question is the La and the Daniel do not like to eat onigiri. And for Amy was purchased sports shoes. The conditional statement, the first is original statement, M implication N. The example is, if Daniel do not like to eat onigiri, then Amy was purchased sports shoes. The second conditional statement is converse, N implication M. If Amy was purchased sports shoes, then Daniel do not like to eat the onigiri. The third conditional statement is inverse, not M implication not N. If Daniel, the example if Daniel like to eat the onigiri, then Amy was not purchased two sports shoes. The last conditional statement is contrapositive, not N implication not M. The example if Amy was not purchased sports shoes, then Daniel like to eat onigiri. For the third question is the find the conclusion by using rules of inference and test use a truth table to test the validity of following argument given. For the premise one, if Daniel visited Tokyo, then Amy visited Melbourne. For the premise 2, if Amy visited Melbourne, then Daniel do not like to eat onigiri. The conclusion, if Daniel visited Tokyo, then Daniel do not like to eat onigiri. The solution for the third question is the let S for Daniel visited Tokyo, T for Amy visited Melbourne, U for the Daniel do not like to eat onigiri. For the premise 1, S implication T. The second premise is the T implication U. The conclusion is S implication U. The rules of inference is the one to hypothetical syllogism. The argument given if is S implication T and T implication U, implication S implication U. For the test the validity of the argument using a truth table, there are three variables. There is S, T, and U. The first variable, the column is true, 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 false, 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 false. The second variable is T. The column is true, true, false, false, true, true, false, false. The third variable is U. The column is true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. For the S implication T, the column is true, true, false, false, true, 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 true. For the T implication U, the column is true, false, true, 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 false, true, true. For the combination S implication T and T implication U, the column is true, false, 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 true, false, true, true. For the S implication U, the column is true, false, true, false, true, 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 true. For the last column is the all combination S implication T and T implication U, implication S implication U. The column is true, 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 true. The last column contains only truths. So there are the tautology statement. Therefore, the argument is valid.
Okay, the last one I will explain about the summary. To summarize this statement that have four statements P, Q, R, and S, using the preposition symbol to represent the following statement to be constructed. That is also have two arguments by two arguments we combine to get a conclusion. We can improvise this statement using logical operators such as negation, conjunction, disjunction, implication, and by conditional to preposition symbol.